Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to LA Noire for more crime fighting point and click action, where we are right back about to take on our newest vice case, which is called Manifest Destiny. So I'm looking forward to this, but first, before we do so, if you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell down below the video so you get a notification to your device every time I upload. And as always guys, thank you all for your ongoing support. And remember guys, the usual warning, this episode could contain scenes which some viewers find upsetting or distressing. So we're at a crime scene.
Two musicians, Biddleston and Bo. Get this, they used to be in a four-piece, but the
Good old
trombone player and the
Bekowsky.
drummer OD'd.
Don't tell me. Lamont and Tyree? We've met the rest of the band.
Now they're a no-piece.
So it's part of the band that we met right back at the beginning
Be my guest.
on our first vice case, and also
I'll keep her company.
one of the other victims is one of our old squad from the army, and not the ones we've been seeing in the newspaper articles. So I wonder if this is when things are gonna start to tie together with the newspaper articles, because I've got a feeling they might match up or cross over, I should
Sends
say.
a message.
Wow, a lot of. I wonder if this is to do with Micky Cohen and all of that stuff, you know, with the sort of the mob and the drugs and all that stuff. We'll talk to them later. Is there anything else to investigate around here? What's that? It's just matches from this bar, isn't it? This is the club though, isn't it? The one where we... Is this the club where we've been coming? It's just bottles. Okay. Anything else over here? It's just a bit of crap, I think. Okay. Nothing there. Right, so we've got... I wonder if it's all sort of marked out for us. What's in this next bit? Somebody there. Anything over here? Oh yeah, B, look, here we go. It's a trumpet
Find anything
case.
interesting? Custom case. Someone cared for this instrument.
I wonder if there's going to be something suspicious about this like that other one. Nothing to do with that.
What's that click?
Ah, some sort of puzzle here maybe? It's clicking when we're putting them back in. Maybe there's an order to do it in? Oh no.
Trick.
Oh, unless we fluked
Case
it.
must have cost more than the trumpet.
Ah, drug stuff as well.
He kept the
Syringe.
stash close at hand.
With morphine in it. Ticket to the blue room. That's where we've been going, isn't it? The
Follow
blue
up on
room.
the musician angle.
It looks the same from outside. What else do we have here? Or is that it? No, I think that's it. We can't examine the stuff at the top. Anything to do with this? Don't think so. No, it looks like that's it. Okay. Let's see if we can find C then. Is this C? Yes, it is. Oh, jeez, he's dead. Has he been shot as well? I think he has. So these guys are linked to the two guys we found overdosed in the apartment in the first vice case, I think. I'm sure that's who they were. The ones they were talking about. So now all the band are dead. So the band must have been involved in this somehow. No, I've examined that hand already. Anything in there? No. What about in here? The morphine.
Do we have a new source, or is this coming from what's left in circulation?
It's difficult to know. Did we manage to cut off the supply? When we found all the shipments in the... what do you call it? The ice blocks, or... Did we only manage to interrupt part of the supply? That's the question, isn't it? Anything in here? A lot of tobacco. But, oh,
Dozen
by the
packs to a
cigarettes.
carton. 100 cartons or more. Looks like a couple of months' supply.
Okay. Anything else in here? Oh yeah, guns. Wow.
These look brand new. Never fired. Haven't been degreased yet.
It's a rifle, isn't it?
Serial numbers.
This guy hunting for
30
bear?
cal rifle.
Look at these things.
They're BARs. You get the odd guy who sneaks one of them home from the war. How did he get 3 of them?
Oh yeah, it's a good question.
Army surplus morphine, Army surplus weapons, Army surplus valors. Sound
Something
familiar?
funny going on here, isn't there?
Station and check the details of what exactly was lifted from that ship.
Yeah. Oh jeez.
Find anything interesting?
Did we get everything? It seems to suggest we did, doesn't it? Because we... What's in there? Hang on, what's in here? Oh, someone else. This must be the guy who was in our squad.
Bad luck, Eddie. Okinawa couldn't kill you, but knowing the wrong people in this city.
It can't be a coincidence that he was here. I don't know if he worked here or what, but it can't be a coincidence. So why did it... I guess there's no clues on him then. I'm still going to have a look though. Paranoid after the last case. Okay. No. Oh, a safe.
They didn't even try to crack the safe.
Huh. So he didn't rob anything. How strange. Okay, so I think we could talk to this woman, couldn't we? Who was with Bekowsky.
Just what I think I've seen.
Came up with an option to talk.
Ma'am, I'm Detective Phelps, Administrative Vice Squad.
Welcome to the 111 Club, Detective.
Thank you.
Feels like I've had half the LAPD in here today already.
Well, this is a scene of a shootout, so I'd imagine you have. Okay, the 111 Club shooting incident.
Any idea who did the shooting?
No idea. It was my day off. If I had been here, honey, I'd be full of holes just like the others.
She's lying. I mean, I don't think we can prove that she was here, though. So it's going to be bad cop.
You want to level with me, miss, before we start taking an interest in you.
This place has been on the slide for years. Eddie turns up, buys the club, then we start getting visits from touchbacks.
Who's Eddie?
Next thing you know,
Oh,
we
Eddie's
have the
our
St. Valentine's Day massacre.
old squad mate, isn't he?
Are you getting the picture?
Yeah, okay. Knowledge of McGoldrick.
Tell us about Eddie.
Eddie didn't know a thing about running a nightclub. He came into some money and waltzed in and bought the place. The previous owner thought all his Christmases had come at once.
Okay, I think she's telling the truth. That's suspicious in itself,
Where do
though.
you think he got the money?
My guess was that he was selling.
I think maybe he was using this as some sort of front. Maybe as part
Thank you for
of
your
the
help.
drug operation.
Over his head, but he was a decent
He knew
boss.
nothing about this industry, but suddenly turns up with a bunch of money and takes over. Something's off about that.
What do you think?
Back to the station. We need to speak to someone on the robbery detail.
Okay, he thinks we go back to the station. We've also got to check out the blues room. I'm thinking maybe we check out the blues room first. Screw you, Roy. I'm going to do the opposite of what you say. Okay, the blue room. Keep calling it the blues room. It's the blue room. Oh, he's in the car. What a surprise.
How well did you know the owner?
Goldrick? Well enough. He was in my unit.
That's some
It's
cruel
literally
irony.
down the road.
You survive the war, then get blown to pieces back home.
It happens more
Unless
than
you're involved in something dodgy. Okay, the blue room, 5:09 PM. So this is now becoming part of our investigation. This is awkward. Okay, I guess we come in here. Oh, it's that woman that Roy's got a thing for, isn't it?
We would like them to stay, Miss Lickman.
Wasn't
We're
the
making
doctor
inquiries into
also
the recent
prescribing
deaths of
her
4 musicians.
some sort of medication?
Since when have the police
The
cared
dodgy
about dead
doctor
black
that we saw in the newspapers. I think he was, wasn't he?
Don't.
What we
Or
care
is, I
about
don't
is
know.
2 tons of army surplus morphine showing up on the street. If you care about working in this town, you better give me something on Biddleston and Bow, or their knucklehead buddies Tyree and Lamont.
And this is your idea of making inquiries Untersturmführer?
I've told you 1,000 times about speaking that German gibberish at me, Elsa.
Roy, how about you get a drink?
Roy, calm yourself down, man. Oops, dropped my controller. Sorry, guys. Is Cole about to do some singing?
Why antagonize him, Elsa? You know what he's capable of.
Ask your questions, head officer. We have work to do.
Okay. Army surplus morphine, then.
People are dying of overdoses. If you know anything about it, you need to tell me.
I can't help you.
A lot of cats are into the thing. There's nothing special about your boys.
There's a little eyebrow twitch there. She's a bit shifty, so I'm thinking she's lying. We don't really have anything to show that she knows anything about it, though. So I think it's going to be bad cop.
You can do this the easy way with me,
Yes.
or I can call my partner back over. I can assure you he's a lot less sensitive.
You think your threats frighten me?
Black man don't supply nothing. You think there's a black man in this town holding on to 2 tons of morphine? He'd be dead in a minute. White man supplies, black man buys.
I see. Okay, morphine overdose victims.
My partner mentioned a couple of names. You recognize them?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
She's lying again. Again, I don't think we can prove that she knew the victims. There was that, but it's just a pass. It doesn't prove that she personally knew them.
The only way you're going to get rid of me is to give me an answer.
I knew Cornell. We worked together a few years ago. He loved the music, but the music didn't love him.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what is that? Some sort
Means that
of
he
riddle?
just wasn't that good.
Oh,
He was
okay.
a sad, lonely cat.
Boys, take 5 minutes, please. I need to have a private word with the officer. Why do you ask people to risk talking about a subject that could have them jailed?
Drugs are against the law, Elsa.
And you're so
Yeah, we've got to
full
sort
of
this
courage,
out.
you have never felt ashamed.
This is getting us nowhere.
Do you think you'll win your war against narcotics?
It's not my
Hell
war.
yes.
It's against the law. My job is to prosecute the laws of this city.
Do you think you can stop people from needing drugs, detective?
I'm
Not
asking
necessarily.
the questions here.
Then why do you come to me with your stupid questions? You know who controls the drugs in this city.
It's not enough
Who?
to just survive,
Micky Cohen,
Elsa.
right?
You have to try and make the world a better place.
Brave words.
It's very cheesy.
Very noble. But words are just words, Cole Phelps.
She's right. We need to pay a visit to the mixer.
Cohen? Do you know where to find him?
This time of day, you'll find him holding court at the Macambo.
He can wait. There's something I need to be sure of. Give me till tomorrow morning.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do, partner.
I've got a bad feeling about this. The Blue Room, 10:34 p.m. Oh, we're tailing her, I see. I've been here for like 5 hours waiting to tail her, jeez. Okay, we've got to interview Micky Cohen as well at some point. Tail Elsa Lichtman. Okay. God, why do the cars turn so slowly sometimes on this game? Oh look, we're in our original squad car, aren't we? Is this our... not squad car, so... What the hell, man? Don't just turn into me. I think we're in our... Isn't this the car we started off driving in? The cases when we were with Bekowsky. It looks kind of familiar. I might be wrong. Wow. That guy just like fully crushed into me. Okay, let's turn down here. Where is she going?
Move in. At risk losing the trail.
I don't know where she's going. Do we... Oh, here we go. Maybe she's going to see Mickey? I'd maybe hide. Whose house is this? Is she going to get killed? There's going to be a gunshot, isn't there? The hell? Why is he knocking on the door? Wait, does she live here? Is this her house? Oh dear, Cole Phelps. Corrupted just like Roy. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, if you can hear that weird noise in the background, there's geese outside and they're making an absolute racket, so... Okay, the Macambo Club, 11:25 AM. Cole, what did you do? You're just like the rest. We thought he was going to be different. I thought he was going to be different. But he's just like the rest of the corrupt cops.
For Mayor Cohen. I believe he has lunch here.
There's not going to be any trouble, is there?
Which table?
I can't believe it.
If you'll follow me.
He has a wife and kids as well, doesn't he? Or he definitely has a wife. I don't know if he has kids. I thought Cole was a straight and narrow guy, but clearly not.
LAPD. We have some questions regarding...
Mickey. How's it hanging?
Fine. Just fine, Roy.
Oh, we're in this place from the flashback in the newspaper.
Hope he's not going to put the shakes on me again.
Cole Phelps. Micky Cohen.
Good afternoon.
He has manners. Aren't you a little green for this kid?
Meet Johnny Stompanato, Cole. He has the biggest schlong in Hollywood and the smallest gun. Or maybe that's the other way around. I can never quite remember.
You're a funny guy.
That's actually quite funny. Well done, Roy.
Haven't I always said what a funny guy Roy is? And how much fun it would be to get together with him sometime.
Poor Johnny. He's the dark, sensitive type. He's a serviceman too, Cole. Johnny was at Okinawa.
You were in the crotch?
6th Marines.
The lieutenant who won the Silver Star by Sugarloaf. I've heard of you.
Something
That's
like that.
me.
All right, have we finished flirting?
The truth behind it isn't
You're gonna stand around beating the meat while
what
my
you
lunch
think,
gets
though.
We
We saw that recently, didn't we, guys?
lawyer?
He didn't really do anything. Okay, Finkelstein drug operation.
Your brother-in-law, Lenny Finkelstein, was selling stolen morphine. He had 1/3 of the shipment.
Old news, kid. I don't know anything about what Lenny was up to.
Yeah, sure. Liar. Do we have anything to tie him to it, though? That's the question. And, of course, we don't. Bad cop.
So I'm supposed to believe that you don't know what happened to the rest of the shipment?
Lenny, God rest his soul, was a moron. He was family, though, and I haven't made a beef about that, so count yourself lucky, kid. The H is a filthy habit. I don't condone it. The simple solution would be to have all the dope fiends put down.
So you don't know
Yeah,
where
right.
he got the morphine?
You're behind it all.
Kid, ask a question you might get an answer to.
Okay, the 111 Club shooting incident.
We believe
What do you know
there's a
about
link
that?
between a group of Marines and the morphine stolen from the SS Coolidge. One of those Marines was shot to death in a club last night.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't. You liar. But again, He's covered his tracks, so we can't tie him to it. He looks shifty as hell,
Haven't
though.
heard anything about what happened at the 111 Club?
What can I say, kid? I'm shocked that in the land of opportunity, Uncle Sam's finest feel the need to resort to crime. It's a dangerous business. I can attest to that. I'd recommend they get out of the life. Quickly.
I'm sure.
Negroes saying goodbye on the sidewalk will never make the papers, Mickey. But we had a judge in Pasadena say adios the other day. Prominent white people popping their clogs makes everyone nervous.
You know dope has never been my thing, Roy. It's always been for schmendricks like Jack D and Jimmy Utley. But I'll ask around and I'll get back to you. Hey, you boys want some lunch? How about a drink?
Nah, we're cool.
Rain check on that. Come on, Cole, we're leaving.
We don't want to be associating with you.
We have to cut that dope. It looks bad with people dying.
We have to get the rest of it. There's no way of watering down the stuff in those little packages. You have to put the squeeze on those guys and get the rest of it.
They don't seem the type to frighten that easy.
We'll see.
Well, he knows something. Hollywood Police Station, 12 p.m.
Fucking rat Stoker has gone public about Brenda.
Who is Brenda?
Who's Brenda?
Brenda is LA's most famous madam.
Everyone knows it?
Of course everyone knows. Brenda pays her way.
Are we cops or a collection agency?
Whores have been around since the Bible. Our job is to keep it off the street so Joe Citizen and his wife can stroll around unmolested.
Then we should change the law.
Are you out of your mind? Every politician in America is against prostitution, except when they're using them.
Yeah, funny
Where does
that.
Stoker come in?
He objects to the LAPD and the administration taking its cut.
Is everyone in on this?
Right.
Yeah, and that's the problem. From a little acorn does a large tree grow. He could bring the whole thing crashing down on us.
Jeez. Okay.
Aren't you supposed to be working
Sir, do you know which robbery detectives are working the Army surplus theft from the Coolidge?
Caldwell and McManus? I saw Caldwell in the squad room not long ago if you want to speak to him.
Thank you,
Okay, yeah, I might do that.
This way.
Alright, let's go and talk to Caldwell then. You show me the way, Roy. You know how to get there. Oh, it's literally just here.
Harry, you got a minute?
Sure, Cole, anytime.
You've been working the docks robbery on the SS Coolidge?
Yeah, that's right.
So how do you see it?
Inside job. Either the guys working the wharves or some of the guys on the ship.
What else was taken apart from the morphine?
Case of BARs, case of Thompsons, crate of Valor smokes.
Homicide
found the
just
crate.
recovered 3 BARs
And
at the Mountain
three
Cigarettes
of the
for
bars
shooting
as
at the
well.
111 Club.
No kidding.
Not the
Better go.
Thompsons.
Do you have a copy of the manifest?
Yeah.
We know that Sheldon was something to do with that though, don't we, from the newspaper clippings.
So, how do we connect the docks robbery to the mess at the 111 Club?
Because Sheldon Courtney's name is right there. Or Courtney Sheldon, I should say. Okay, maybe it's not that. Let's look at, right, so we've got,
Enough to arm 3 companies.
and who was responsible for that? A Thomas Statham, or Statham.
Here's our backroom arsenal from the 111 Club.
An Albert Redding. Cigarette.
This is the crate we recovered.
Who was responsible for that? A Jack Kelso. Okay. And then the morphine, of course.
500,000 cigarettes loose on the streets. of
500,000 syrettes
these
of
guys are from
morphine.
my old unit.
Jeez.
They must have finally shipped home. Kelso, Sheldon, McGoldrick.
McGoldrick was on the boat?
Sure, we checked him out.
McGoldrick bought
Nah,
the
he's
111
involved.
Club, Harry. His brains are all over the bar.
I knew
Looks
it.
like
I knew he
whoever
was
sold the
involved.
dope is getting muscled.
By whom?
Dragner or Cohen. They control the hop.
Detectives, KGPL's going crazy. Shots fired at 1384 North Bronson. Some guy with an automatic
dear.
spraying a Hollywood bus. They want every car. Go!
Brilliant. Okay, so we've got to attend to the bus stop shooting. But we will do that next time, guys, because we're out of time. So, the mystery deepens. A lot of our old squad mates are involved in this, and I don't like where it's going. We've also seen that Cole isn't as squeaky clean as he claims to be. Which is a shame. Because I had high hopes of Cole being different to the rest of the cops. But he's not. He's just another one of the corrupt cops that we have here in the LAPD. But yeah, that does it for this episode, guys. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, click on that like button. It really does help the channel to grow, so I do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell if you're new or just haven't already done so. And I'll see you all next time.